there's the citizens panel and this panel.
Probably city council. They have any
I
specific
believe
questions as
Mr.
well, or
Bernard's
not?
working with him on that, I'm not sure.
So there's three.
Yes.
So are we given a task that, as employees, that we should stay focused just on those questions that would pertain to employee concerns? Since we've got a citizen panel and a council panel, should we?
I would see this as you staying concentrated on the areas you represent, you know, whether it's licensing, whether it's the community center. You know, we've all been put on elected to this panel, by our peers or whatever, as a representative of those areas. You know, I wouldn't expect the police and fire representatives to ask questions about human resources.
No, I'm not referring to that, I'm referring like the budget, like the capital improvement. I mean, should we stay focused just on issues that pertain directly to, not specifically our departments, but to employees?
I would say if it's a big area in your department, by all means, you know. And I think once we have a group of questions, we'll come back and discuss those specific questions. And like I said, try to make sure that there's no overlap of different questions from different areas. But you know, as we go through them, then as a group, we can say, well, you know, maybe that's too narrowly focused, and it's a concern of other departments too, and we can kind of expand that a little bit. Sound good? Again, this is not my committee, it's our committee, so I'm definitely looking for input from everybody. Okay, so we will then begin discussing specific questions. So at this time, we will be closing the meeting, and we would like cameras to leave, and the people not involved, other than the mayor, to leave.
So the residents were not allowed?
Not in the discussion of the specific questions. We will re-adjourn the meeting once we're done talking about the specific questions, and then you can come back in.
I want to thank you for the offer of letting me stay in a closed meeting, and I know that Mr. Cantrud said that the council could, but I do feel that this does not qualify under one of the exceptions of the open meeting law, and I just want to say that. I don't think it qualifies under any of the exceptions under Chapter 15 or 179A, and I think that certain people, either on the council or on staff, are putting in harm's way, but I'm not going to participate in this during this time while it's closed, because I don't think it should be closed. So I do appreciate your offer to have me be here, but I just want to let you know that if you don't understand the basis of the legal basis, you should be talking to Mr. Cantrud. I didn't know that you know for sure what you're doing.
Thank you, Mary. We are still on.
It was a direct.
But look who left. Look at Chief. It's a violation of the open meeting laws, why he left. Well, I do think I kicked them all over. Mayor.
during that brief period that we had the doors closed, we decided that panel members would get 2 questions back to me within a week's time frame here. And then we would put together a more concise list and then set up another meeting date to actually discuss that list of questions, that more specific list. I'm not sure if we want to, if everybody's got calendars with them. I know that we're getting very close to the holidays here, but I would, I'm looking at the week of December 22nd, 23rd, 24th. I know we have a short day on the 24th. Or do we want to wait until after that week? Does anybody have any conflicts the week of?
Not that I really matter that much in this process, but I'm only here the 22nd, but I can certainly have things, if you wanted me to put together the questions, I can certainly have them ready by then. And I'm not the rest of that week.
Okay. How about the afternoon of the 23rd? Does that work for everybody?
I'm actually off the week of Christmas.
Okay.
So
Does,
I'm sure Scott would be able to be here.
you're both representing the same group, so. Either that or we can look at the week after Christmas, but then we run into, I think a lot of people take the week off between. So. Let's tentatively plan on the afternoon of the 23rd at 2 o'clock in this room. And then the purpose of that meeting will be to actually have our list compiled from those of you who will be submitting questions, and then we'll go through that specific group of questions, narrowing down this broad list that we have to start from. I will, if you submit a bunch of questions to me, I will take the top 2, so try to rank them on your list, and we'll put that list together.
Are we gonna come to like a consensus in our questions, or are you picking?
No,
Like
I'm not
vote
picking
on the
them.
questions
Yeah,
or something?
This is our group of questions. I will, like I said, look for a crossover that, are we asking the same question from 2 people, only in a different way? And we'll decide on, like I said, if everybody submits 2, that's gonna be 18, and I think that's way more than what we'd be able to ask in a narrow period. Okay. Does anybody else have any other questions or business related to this? Otherwise,
I'm sorry, is the final calendar made that during that, the 6th through the 9th, that's when the candidates are gonna be here, and that's when we're gonna have the MCC event and everything?
tentative. I mean, those were the dates I think that Chuck gave us at the last meeting.
On that brown handout,
Oh,
that's
so
what he had
that's-
for a tentative, but I don't think anything is in concrete yet.
I think we should be, as a group, prepared by that week with our questions to